Hi, I'm Yanky Schorr, and this is Mensches in Quarantine on Zoom. The Harry Greenstein Young Leadership Award salutes a young man and woman who have demonstrated a profound commitment and sustained leadership to the Associated, its annual campaign, and the general community. These outstanding young adults have also displayed remarkable growth and leadership. I'm a huge fan of both of this year's award winners, Talya Knable and Jeffrey Rosen. Talya, what's been keeping you sane during the last 10 months, let's say? I know you have little kids at home, right? So are they, and in addition, are your children in school live? Are they on virtual? How's all that been?
So you're the first big assumption you're making is that I'm sane during this time, which is a big assumption. Yes, my kids I have a newly 3-year-old and an almost 5-year-old, and they are both, thank God, live in person. I do try to, as best I can, take some time for me. I wake up in the morning and I try to do some yoga, or just, if I'm not up for that, watch some TV on my own when I have a cup of coffee before the kids wake up. Even just taking 10 minutes at the end of the day before I kind of go back into the home life, just to kind of recharge and pretend like I'm commuting, even if it's just outside the door.
Jeff, how about you?
So, well, given that Talya's in the mental health field, I think I need to make an appointment with her, because I'm not sure quite that same. But I will say probably the thing that keeps me most sane has nothing to do with me, has everything to do with my outstanding wife, who is really doing her best keeping our 14 and 11-year-old occupied. As Talya mentioned, fortunately, they're also in school most of the time, virtual, quasi some of the time.
So what does it mean to you to win the Harry Greenstein Young Leadership Award? I'd love to hear what that means, both to you in your associated journey and in your personal journey. What does that mean when you're recognized for something of this caliber?
Honestly, when I was informed of receiving it, first of all, I was very humbled and grateful. I wasn't expecting it. It's meaningful because, for the recognition of all the time and investment that I've put into the community, that I feel like I've gotten out of it 10 times more than I could ever give into it, which I think is really the hallmark of.
So about $177,000 is what we're looking at.
By the end of this call, that's going to be like triple that, right?
Similar to Jeff, I was a little humbled and surprised when I received the phone call. It obviously is a huge honor. Like, well, what did I do now? What am I doing as a leader? And Jeff made the point as well that, even just a little bit of time taking away from our families and from, other obligations and things that we have going on, we are sending such a positive message to our kids, for what we're investing in. And even if it was not as much as I was able to offer in my early 20s or mid 20s, when, life was obviously different, it's still something and it's still meaningful. And, obviously in winning this award, my hope is to continue to grow in that.
So now's the point in this conversation where I get everybody to relax. So we're going to use a tool from one of the most iconic philosophers of all time, Ron Burgundy. So if you could repeat after me, how now, brown cow?
How now, brown cow?
Unique New York.
Do I have to say it like you said it in the movie?
Let's see it.
Unique New York.
There we go. See, this is getting fun. Now we're having fun. This one, Jeff. First trip post-COVID. Where are you and Mindy going?
Well, most likely Costa Rica, because we had to cancel a trip this past December last month to Costa Rica.
Pura vida.
I'm excited about that. It's a non-refundable deposit, so I have to go there one way or another.
Talya, how about you? Where you headed? Post-COVID, first trip.
I will go anywhere. I don't have, honestly, anywhere outside of the Delmarva area, I am happy to go post-COVID. Just take me somewhere.
Awesome. What's one food you wish had 0 calories? I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely gotten not just COVID. I did have COVID, but I also got the COVID-19, all 19 of them, and that's pounds, not just variant. So, what's one food you wish had no calories?
The food, I would say, actually, it's more of a genre of food. I love Italian food, which is obviously a very calorie centric diet, but if that had no calories, it would be pretty fantastic.
How do you define, Talia, a mensch? The word mensch. What does that connote to you? What memories does that dig up for you?
So it's interesting. My husband and I have been having that conversation a lot recently. Our oldest is in the process of, he's not in the process, I guess we are in the process of exploring kindergarten options for him, which I obviously my first experience doing this, but I feel like I'm applying to college. I feel like I should get out of it.
Just so you know, because you said you're not from Baltimore, it's going to be far more important where he goes to school
I am
in his younger years than in college.
My husband has had very strong opinions about this whole thing from well before like our second date, I think. So in that process, one of the things that we've talked about a lot is, being a mensch and, obviously wanting not only our kids to get a phenomenal education and build themselves up for that, but also learn to be good people. And, it's, as we've talked to different schools and explored different things, it's seeming very important to us that, we give the message that it's how we treat people and it's what we do for people.
I like that. Jeff, let's hear it. What's a mensch to Jeff Rosen?
Talia summed it up well. So I guess what I'll add to that is I believe a mensch is someone who does the right thing and treats others with respect. And in regard to the former of doing the right thing, it's doing the right thing when nobody is looking. And that too is important it's important to me. I try to act as a mensch day to day, but certainly for my kids.
If we could go anywhere and have coffee right now, just to sit down here in the community, where would we be having coffee this morning?
Is there any place other than the Starbucks in the quarry? I thought that's it.
Jeff, how about you? Where would we be?
Only because I haven't been there in probably about a year. I would go to Stone Mill Bakery. Used to frequent that.
Oh, what's it gonna be? What are you having? You want a little milk on the side? What are you doing there?
I miss that. But I will say that the Quarry Starbucks would be a lot more convenient.